Alright guys, welcome back to the channel. If you haven't already, subscribe, hit the like button. So for my truck, the lift came in, 6-inch rough country. I'm going to do an unbox video, and then I'm going to work on the new truck, which is this one here. This is my buddy's truck. And we're trying to design a 3-link or a 4-link, one of the two. We're going to put airbags in there, so whenever there's a 6-inch lift in the front, you can have no lift in the rear, or you can have level it out, whatever. So we're gonna figure out how to do this, and if this goes well and goes clean, we're probably gonna do it to my truck and possibly Cody's truck down the road. Without further ado, I guess let's hop into taking this lift out of the box. Looks like we got the drop down sway bar links and drop down steering bar for the rack and pinion. Probably gonna keep all this stuff back in the boxes because I'm gonna go get it powder coated. I figured out what I'm gonna do. I'm gonna do some pieces chrome, and then other pieces are gonna be Illusion Blueberry, which is almost identical to the paint job on Cody and mine truck. Stickers, instructions. Alright, now everyone says these things are sketchy. This is what bolts at the top of the spindle and becomes the new ball joint. Everyone says they're sketchy. Cody's truck has it on there. It flipped, going 40 mile an hour. They're still intact. So honestly, I'm gonna say they held up. That'll be going to powder coat within the next brake lines. Actually, this is the rear brake line. This is the drop down piece for the whatever's back there. That's the only shiny thing on Cody's rear axle. That's why I know what that is. These go on the strut tower. Those will probably be chrome. This looks like U-bolts. Are we putting a rear lift in? Screw that. These look like shocks. These look like rough country and 2.0 shocks. What the hell is that? Are they putting extra junk in here? That's stupid, guys. Sorry for the nonsense. I don't know what those are. Maybe it's like packaging? Balance the weight out in the package? I don't know. So that was stupid. That's that one. Now this is the one I wanted to open first. But I like saving the best for last. Now this is the drop down brackets for your lower control arm mount. That's the rear one, it looks like. This one looks like front. Yep, this one goes like that. This is probably going to be chrome too as well. Looks like everything right there. All right guys, so we got the bed pulled off. We are going to the car wash right now. We're gonna pressure wash everything that's pretty much dirty. There's a lot of rust we found. We're gonna clean it up, see if we can't sand it down, weld, paint it, fix it all up. We'll see you at the car wash. Guys, we're at the car wash and we're gonna clean the frame, clean gas tank, clean everything. Make sure it's all nice and clean so we can fix all the rust that this guy collided with.
Jeremy, how do you get this to work? I never used a credit card on it before.
It's working? It's working?
It is?
Yeah. We're gonna do 2 links from leaf spring back to the axle on the bottom, and then we're gonna do a bar that goes across here that drops down, and it's gonna be a wishbone to the top of the axle.
Should we do a
So we're gonna take all this stuff out real quick, and we're gonna pretty much use cardboard to like fab up what kind of mounts we want. We got that right there is done. We just got basically weld a tab on the axle. If we do the wishbone here, we won't need a track bar, so we can just do the wishbone. We're gonna take this out, metal across there, cut like two bars, so it's gonna be like that. Go to 1 point on the axle. All right, guys, so we stopped at Horn Blasters. We bought some SS8s from them. We bought 2 valves, 3/8 valves, so it doesn't go up too fast, doesn't go down too fast. We got some wire, air line we have to get still. I forgot it there, and I forgot 2 fittings. I'll have to get 2 of those because the valve takes 2. Horn Blasters is very awesome people. They helped me out. I'll leave a link down in the description for them if you want to go shop there. And basically, these are going to go in here somehow. Something like that. Take the leaf spring out, we're gonna build a bracket. I know I've said about 70 different ways we're gonna do this, but what I'm thinking is, I already cut this cross member out that was here, as y'all seen. I'm gonna make a bracket, or like a cross member, strengthen the frame. This is like a little dummy thing. You're not really gonna be able to tell from that because I have to talk and tell you how it works. But I want like a square tubing to go across here. I might need to drop it down a little bit depending on where this truck's gonna ride and how it's gonna sit. Leaf springs are gonna come out. Those are staying the same. The lower 4-link is gonna stay the same. The top is gonna be right here, and I'm gonna have the 2 uppers go in at a triangle. So they're gonna come in like this right here. And what I'm gonna do, come over here so they can see. Is what I went ahead and did was I pulled this out. I double nutted it so I could pull these out. And what I'm gonna do is I'm gonna go get a longer, higher grade bolt too. And it's gonna be a male on both ends, just like that. And actually, I'm gonna build a bracket that bolts to these 2 holes and bolts to these 2 holes, which this will be. It's gonna bolt here, and it's gonna be a bracket that sits on top of the axle. So it's all gonna be bolted in, no welding. And it's gonna be these 2 on this side. This link's gonna go to that side. This link's gonna go to that side. It's gonna come in at a triangle, kind of like that. So then I won't need a track bar because it's going to be full 4-length and it's going to be triangulated there. Basically, I'm going to leave the shock mounts in the same place. One on front, one on back. I'm going to keep the lower brackets for the U-bolts. And I'm just going to build a bracket that goes on top here after you take the leaf spring out. It's going to bolt to the top. It's going to sit on the axle perch, the leaf spring perch down there. And it's going to have a bracket that holds the bag in it. Probably gonna make something. What else are we gonna need? We're gonna need that. I think that's all we're gonna need on there, right? Just that bracket to hold the bag. But it's gonna have to be a lift bracket because this is gonna have to be pushed down a lot. It's gonna have to be like, I think it was like 3 inches, I think it was what we measured. To sit at this height, it's gonna have to be 3 inches from right there. So it's gonna sit on that perch, probably be raised up about 2 inches here. And then that right there is gonna be stock height. That bag's gonna sit like that at stock height. Now when we air the truck up, after we put the lift on the front, we're gonna air the truck up. And the truck, in theory, should sit level. But if this works out on this truck, we're gonna do it to my truck. And I'm gonna talk to Cody's mom. If she wants to go ahead and do it, we're gonna do it to Cody's truck. Other than that, guys, I'm gonna work on taking the leaf springs out. What else? Maybe figure out how all the bracket shit works right here. What we can go ahead and get rid of, maybe. We don't need a parking brake, do we? I think that's stupid. Now we gotta figure out a bracket that's gonna use the same U-bolts so that, in theory, we won't have to sell that in a kit if we go ahead and do make this a kit for people that wanna buy it. So we gotta make it where the U-bolts will work, the bottom plates are gonna work, this just bolts in. And then the front, when we take the leaf spring out, we're gonna make it to where we're gonna have a Heim and misalignment spacers so that this right here bolts perfect. That's what else we gotta build on the axle. We gotta build where this is gonna mount to it. So we're gonna make that to where it mounts to the bracket and the bag mounts to it. We're gonna figure out what we have to do at the top of the bag. And then we gotta figure out where airline's gonna run, how the T is gonna work. So that's it. All right, guys, so that's basically it. I just wanted to show y'all what I was working on, what I'm gonna be doing. This is my buddy Bronson's truck. He said it could be the Carol Baskin's ex-husband of trucks, so basically the guinea pig. But yeah, so we're gonna basically trial and error on this truck, and then my truck and Cody's truck will be the good trucks to put it on. His truck clearly needs a frame, as y'all can see. It's fully rusted out. That right there was welded back on, the shock mount and everything. So we're gonna get a new frame. We're gonna get it powder coated. We're gonna take everything off of my truck, put it on that powder coated frame. So we're gonna paint that frame, or powder coat that frame the color I want. And then what we're gonna do after that, we're gonna take my frame, go get it powder coated, and then his stuff's gonna be going on it. So this is gonna be the guinea pig. This is gonna be the trial and error truck. I got a lot of stuff to do. We couldn't really get the leaf springs out because they're rusted on there. I don't want to break the U-bolts because I want to try and use the factory stuff as much as I can. Literally the rubber in the leaf springs here were literally rusted to the bolts. So I took a 1/2-inch breaker bar like that one that he's using, broke it loose. This side over here, I literally had to burn the rubber. We had to melt the rubber just for it to loosen up on there. So as he's working that, I'm about ready to wrap everything up. Got the bags, the valves, fittings. Don't forget to check out hornblasters.com. They have really good stuff. Very, very great place. So yeah, guys, don't forget to subscribe to my channel, leave a thumbs up. That's basically it, guys. See y'all later.